Hey, what's up guys, it's Avery, and today I wanted to present you guys with a challenge. Now this is like a question I used to ask my friends sort of passingly at work, but I wanted to present it to you guys to see what you think. I call this the 5-song challenge or the Giver challenge based on the book by Lois Lowry. Now in this story, it's about this kid who grows up in like this dystopian future where the government has sort of sanctioned everything. So now everyone in this world is the same. There's no color, memories, fear, war, things like that. Basically that episode in Fairly Odd Parents, where everything was gray and everyone looked the same, like that. So imagine you live in this world, suddenly, bam, like you have all your memories you have now, just like you are. Go on Twitter, this shit's happening tomorrow, kind of thing, right? And in this world, there's no music. Music does not exist. You cannot find it online. It doesn't exist anymore. It's just gone. There's no instruments, nothing. Now, we know music because we've grown up with it and it's a part of our lives for many of us. The future generation and like the kids who are being born and their kids, they're never gonna know what music is either, except for what we tell them it is. Now you're allowed to choose 5 songs to pass on to the next generation. And they're allowed to listen to these 5 songs, but these are the only 5 songs these kids will ever be able to hear. Basically, these 5 songs are what music is to you. The biggest stipulation with this challenge is that you have to explain why you chose these songs. I want you guys to choose these songs based on composition, the message, the feelings it invokes within you, things like that. These songs to you are considered almost what would be perfect songs, if that makes sense. Now, if you're a musician like I am, you would understand that perfect songs don't always mean they're your favorite songs. There's no real way to explain that, but anyway, this little kid came up to you one day and said, "What is music?" You show him these 5 songs. What 5 songs would you choose? I'm really curious and I want to hear your thoughts. Do they do response videos anymore? Comment, let me know, leave a link. I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you guys want to hear my 5 songs, I will continue it now. If not, feel free to leave, but here are my 5 songs I would choose for this challenge. Number 5 for me would be Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation, and little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen quotation. And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication.
This song is one I'm sure everyone has heard at least once in their lives. You might ask me why I would choose this song. I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I don't listen to them super often. But this is one song I heard many times growing up, and every time I heard it, it like resonated with me more and more. I had just started playing bass when I heard this song again and started learning it and then fell in love with the smoothness of it. It was mostly the smoothness of the song that I feel is very great. It's very well composed. The lyrics are a very powerful message. It's very mellow, it's very reminiscent of the West Coast sound, which is what I would tell the future generation, like California had this sound, and this song really encompasses that California sound, especially in the mid-1990s. And I don't know, something about this song I think is like magical because it really stands the test of time. And this song came out, what, like 25 years ago, give or take? I'm not quite sure. And it's just held up. It's done so well. I think it's the early 90s, isn't it? I'll put a year here, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, next song.
Dream of Californication.
Number 4 for me would be Rondo of Nightmare by Baby Metal. Yes, Baby Metal, I've been talking about them a lot lately. This song in particular really stands out to me in regards to just a musical composition. In general, it's a beautiful, beautiful, haunting song. I wouldn't say it's my favorite one by them, but it's definitely like top 3. It's like right up there. I would choose this song mostly because of the intensity of the composition. I want to choose something that has more than just your classic kind of 4/4 time signature or your 6/8 time signature. This song changes a lot. It goes kind of all over the place. And it kind of holds, I think, that 7/8 tempo the whole time. It's very unusual, and I'd love to show the next generation how complex music could be. It's not dream theater or anything more progressive, but it's something, it's subtle. But I also love, because of the fact that it's Japanese, showing that the beauty of music transcends language. It transcends language. You don't have to understand what they're saying at first to really feel the powerful message of the song or to feel the emotion in her voice. And it's a very dark story. It's a dark, haunting story, and it's a dark performance. And when you hear it, especially like at nighttime, it really just kind of punches you like in the chest, you know? Number 3 for me would be The Con by Tegan and Sara. Now this song is my favorite song of all time.
I listened in, yes I'm guilty of this, you should know this. I broke down and wrote you back before you had a chance to forget, forgotten. I am moving past this, giving notice. I have to go, yes I know the feeling, know you're leaving.
When I first heard it, there was nothing I'd ever heard like it, ever. I, again, was learning how to play bass. I just started listening to their music, and I remember I first clicked the song thinking it was the weirdest thing I had like ever heard. The drums are very unique. It was her vocals that really kind of got me.
Coming around, when nobody likes to cry, really like to cry.
They were very hectic, because Tegan sang at the top of her range, Sara sang at the bottom of her range, whereas usually they sing opposite, where Tegan sang deeper and Sara was singing higher, so they switched it for the song, gave it a really weird sound. And the bass line, when I tried learning it, I didn't really hear it at first, and I started learning it, realized how fucking weird it was, and like intricate.
Name and list the reasons, faint of heart, don't call me back.
I mean, it's obviously on beat, but it's like not what you would expect when you hear a song that's like as indie as that. 1, 2, 3, 4 at the beginning, you would think, okay, simple bass line. No, it's complex. The drums are complex. The vocals are all over the place. It's so crazy when you hear it all separated, but when you pull the pieces together, it like sticks and it just works so well. And to this day, I have yet to really hear something that experimental that I think works as well as it does. And because of this, I still think it's probably one of the most unique songs I've ever heard in my life. Number 2 is Break On Through by The Doors.
You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, yeah.
Now this is a song I heard very young. I think I was like 7 or 8 when I first heard this song. That was in Tony Hawk's Underground. I played it as a kid. I fell in love with it. Forgot about the song. And then years later, I was like 15, 16, got into rock and I came across The Doors. I went to like a used record shop and bought The Doors' Greatest Hits on vinyl, which to this day is still my favorite vinyl I own. It was very spontaneous. I just bought it because it was cheap. And I was like, hey, I kind of heard of these guys. Might as well get it. Put it on one night and it became my favorite thing in the world. I was doing my homework, playing it in the background. I had to stop and just lay there, like stare at the ceiling and just listen to the whole thing. His voice is so ethereal, and I believe every child should listen to Jim Morrison sing at least once.
Break on through to the other side, break on through out, oh yeah!
I don't know, it's just one of those things that you can't really explain. It's to me a perfect song. It's a perfect song. The musicality, just that intro, the boom, 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 boom. It's just, God, it's so good. And then to me, my favorite part of the whole song, literally the main reason I listen to this song is for the ending, where his voice just gets like up here. The part at the end, and he's just, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then the sudden just ending. It's just, I don't know, like it just kind of hits you so hard. Again, I keep using the analogy of like a punch to the face, but like it is just like bam. Number 1 for me would be The Weight by The Band.
I pulled into Nazareth, just feeling about half-past dead. Just need to find a place where I can lay my head.
A very old song. I think it's one of those songs that a lot of people don't really know or think they don't know, and then you hear it and you're like, oh yeah, I've heard this song. I heard it in some movie once and I loved it. I couldn't stop listening to it. Now to me, it's just a very nice, nostalgic, kind of comforting song. It reminds me a lot of the South. Now I don't like saying I'm from the South because I don't like the South as a whole. However, I do love the scenery and the music.
And you put the load right on me.
This song to me captures what that sound is. That feeling of sitting on your front porch and just kind of playing out what you're feeling, or sitting on your rooftop. That lyric was feeling about half past dead. It's very much the way I speak, and it's very nostalgic for that reason. I can listen to it with the windows down, like at night, riding down the highway. It's just very fitting for where I live, and I mean, it's a classic ballad, and if you've ever seen it performed live, it's a very moving performance, especially when you see people from all different like walks of life coming together to sing this song, because everyone can relate to it no matter where they're from. It's just one of those really sweet songs. It has a very great message about just love and loss and relying on people around you, and I think it's one of those messages, again, like the other ones I've mentioned, that just stands the test of time. It really does. When I sat down and really listened to it, it brought tears to my eyes. It's such a simple composition, but like it really works. I'm a really big believer now of less is more because of songs like this. So these were my top 5 songs. What do you guys think? What songs would you guys choose? I'm really curious and I really want to know. Leave me a comment below with your 5 songs. You can explain it there, or if you want to post a video response, leave a link for me. I'm really curious to see what you're going to do. Share this with your friends, ask them. Let's see where this goes. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and taking the time to listen, and I'll see you guys around.